this music's a bop. This is just the menu music. Like, we're already in for a good time. Of course we're doing the sequel. I want to listen to the menu music forever. This shit's fucking awesome. Oh, welcome everybody to the sequel to Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition 2. A Blessing in Disguise. Which is awesome. I had to update it because, like, when I played it before, like, the big, or at least, like, the patch. So, and I had to update my copy. And also, I forgot that I erased a bunch of my save data. Or I backed it up. So that was a fun thing to learn. But we'll be playing this game. We are not going to 100% it, but I'll definitely try. New game. I think I did all but, like, two side quests. Again, we will be focusing on main story content. Oh yeah, this game is also a sequel. It's a sequel and a prequel. Le Carré. Which I do not think is a real town. This cutscene looks better than I remember it. Don't worry, when we get to gameplay, it'll start looking bad again. I really hope everything is in 5 frames a second, because that is gonna be so much fun. Okay, just making sure it was framed correctly. A woman chopped up in a block of ice. Dear God. What the fuck? I mean, how else are we gonna get the corpse out? Couldn't just melt it? Like, you had to do this. It had to be the chainsaw. 88 hours later. Thompsonville, a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Can I not move side to side?
You're on the clock.
Quiet down. You have any idea what you've done?
What? What have I done?
I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens.
Simon, what are you talking about?
A burrito in one hand and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other.
What?
What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
Yes.
No. The regional bureau chief merely issued a special order.
I want to hear the rest of this.
Oh. Yeah.
Shut up, Simon.
How could I forget? A special order to rob me of my well-deserved vacation.
Hey, that's what I feel like every time.
I'll buy you some pizza.
Hell yeah.
That junk anywhere.
Whoa. Hey.
God damn it, I wish I had brought some pizza for this.
What did you just say?
You could buy pizza anywhere.
It's not junk.
Yes, it is. It's delicious.
Is a sacred food bestowed upon us by
God himself.
You need to apologize right now.
Apologize to the pizza.
Sheer blasphemy.
This is so good.
Apologize to who?
We are already off to a good start.
You think you're so clever. Maybe if you'd eaten pizza this morning like a decent person, you wouldn't have cut your finger.
I only cut my finger because I couldn't find a left-handed can opener at the hotel. Normally, I would never make such an
Amateur mistake.
Oh, really? Well, if you want me to get into gear...
Sorry, we gotta listen to all of the dialogue. That's what we're here for.
We must act unfaithfully and abandon our ideals again and again. We cannot advance from one period of life into another without causing these pains of treachery.
Amen, brother.
Nietzsche,
What?
Again,
Wait, she's quoting Nietzsche?
before my ears start to bleed. Ever since the moment you got here, it's been nothing but Nietzsche quotes.
Yeah, Nietzsche's cool. Fuck you on about.
Will always be yourself.
I said knock it off.
And knock off the Nietzsche quotes.
Philosophy. Want me to dial the number for you?
What
Come on,
number?
Agent Jones. It's time to get serious.
555.
Years of
55.
finally about to pay off, and all you're focused on is this nonsense?
Pizza isn't nonsense.
Yes, it's the most fundamental food in the universe.
Mother, my lips are sealed. Happy now.
How long is this conversation? Those stairs were not that long.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation.
Station.
The moment you let your guard
God
down,
damn.
he'll strike.
Let's strike. I wonder who they're interviewing. They already have their guns drawn. What the hell?
And no red, remember?
No. Oh. No red. Good job, idiot. 3, 2.
It's open. Come on in.
It's Francis Zach Morgan. I wonder what the FBI wants with him. Damn. Okay, so like idealistically, this is probably an apartment and what I will end up in living in at some point in my life. Like, it's just the realism thing. His apartment's fucking nice though. I love it. Minus the trash everywhere. There he is. There's Zach. He looks dead. I forgot that he just has joints. Watch this. A joint.
You have questions for us.
We do. A lot, actually.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
High as all fuck. Francis Zach Morgan. Who's a different character than York. He says us. York should be gone by this point. Because he leaves at the end of the last game. Oh yeah, I can't actually control where she goes. So if we're playing as her, we're in the sequel part of the game. And if we're playing as York, we're in the prequel part of the game. This game takes place before and after the events in Greenvale. Trust me, it'll all make sense when we get into it. Owl water! Hey.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights.
I don't need that.
Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law.
Understood.
Please keep that in mind as you speak.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Do we have permission to film this?
Yeah, sure. Aaliyah Davis. Who? Is that count?
Don't worry, my fairy.
What?
They're free to do whatever they like.
They're United States officers, after all.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan?
No, not at all. What the hell's he looking at?
I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis.
Oh, I did get that right.
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch.
How do you know that?
He's been monitoring us for years now.
Why are you under
Hi.
Why are they monitoring him? Simon Jones. They gave two of the characters in this room cool names. And they decided not to.
And a lonesome loser who can't catch a break.
Damn.
Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect
Perfect
stars
stars of the latest video game.
Isn't that right, my fairy?
God, he delivers every line so perfectly. How the hell did this guy not voice act in more things?
Since someone came to chat with us. Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
I love that we start off with the most
Tell what he's thinking.
like That is the most sweary way to do a meta joke ever. I love it.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Have you met this guy?
You solved many difficult
Cases across your...
career,
We're gonna get all the dialogue.
utilizing your own unique MO.
Yeah, called... yeah, I don't even know how to explain it.
You've expertly cracked cases that were otherwise thought to be unsolvable.
By going into some kind of other world.
According to our records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases.
Damn!
In 2003, you solved the Inside Out Flesh Skinner case in the suburbs of Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's lucky for us.
In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee.
Oh, there were copycats? Makes sense.
And also the stuffed human collector case in St. Louis that very same year.
What the hell, Zach? How many serial killers did you put away?
Then, in 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation.
Hell yeah!
You went on to solve many other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable. Did you really solve these cases all on your own?
No, I had a partner. His name's York.
There are no records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone
Wait,
else.
what? Wait, hold on. The FBI has a bunch of records of him single-handedly, with never calling in, solving murder cases?
How did you ever accomplish such?
And they never asked any questions.
All by yourself.
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
The partner that isn't on any of these reports?
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner.
Never.
Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial...
Wait, why didn't they, like, send somebody to look after this guy? Like, that would ultimate... Like, if he kept solving these cases, I'd be confused.
Our partner is our partner. We've always worked together.
Please explain to me what York is, because, like, the best I've gotten is that he's a guardian angel.
Besides, Belle, you're forgetting one important thing. After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, 2 highly sought-after fugitives.
Hell yeah. It's a pretty decent flick. Alright, what do I actually have to look at? I think it's Zach's poker face is it.
This smell. It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable.
Because he's half high.
I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this.
Why? Is he moving soon?
I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit.
Is that all I got?
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan,
Why are you high?
but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak?
Nope.
I'm talking about,
The reefer.
yes, that.
Just takes another fucking whip.
You don't need to worry about us.
No, I changed my mind. I wanna cosplay this version of Zach. Which would be really easy, but nobody would know what the hell I'm cosplaying as.
Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
I'd have to get, like, the scar, though.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to smoke weed while you're getting interrogated.
Our data needs to be consistent.
With your non-weed smoking self.
Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
Nah, dude, he needs to smoke. God, the anti-aliasing. God, I need to put anti-aliasing on this thing. What the fuck?
What
Sweary, can I get a graphics patch, please?
if we say no?
Oh, yeah.
Then I'll put it out myself,
That's assault!
using force.
Assault!
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, It's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
It is? Man, I gotta move.
And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
That's right, I'm dying.
Exactly.
He looks like he's already dead. When do we figure out what he's dying of?
Francis Zach Morgan.
Please, call him Zach. That's what everybody calls him.
He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me. Perhaps he was a little too talented.
I see.
Hey, Belle.
When does he leave the Force? Did we ever get explained? Was it after Greenvale?
Why are you dressed so handsomely?
That is a strange question to ask someone who just entered your house, Zach. I should have ordered a goddamn pizza. It would have been perfect.
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck.
That's a tie.
That's a male necktie.
Are ties gendered? I've never bought a tie, so I wouldn't know.
The color black represents confidence and interest in the self.
It also represents the color of every fucking tie.
And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
Okay. Let me write that down. What?
Or perhaps
It was the cheapest tie at Target?
it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche.
This is such a strange shot.
We admire your bravery.
How the fuck was...
I thought you retired from profiling.
Well, no, I'm just really good.
Bullseye, huh?
Okay, does he have both a VHS player and a DVD player, or is that his cable box? What is that below his TV? Okay, the game said 2008, I believe. I think. So yeah, that's probably... At best, that might be one of those DVD VHS hybrid machines. But yeah, that might be his cable box right on top. Though he has a nice flat screen though. Wait, when the hell does this game take place? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Yes, I'm going on a tangent. I want to know what that is. What it is. Thank you for telling me what year the game came out. Oh, it's in two. Wait, it's in two. Hold on. This segments take place in. This game is already fucking 3 years old. Awesome. Okay, so this is 2019 according to the game, which I guess I forgot to say. That's some old ass equipment. That also might not be a cable box. That actually might be a Blu-ray player at this point, combined with a VHS and DVD player. That is what I'm assuming is underneath his desk. It does explain the flat screen TV, although his tower kind of looks slightly older than a 2019 model. I don't know. It kind of looks like some older towers I've seen. But I could be wrong. I just could not know the brand.
You're an easy one to read.
I'm also high as fuck and guessing.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears.
Awesome. What?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
You piece of shit.
For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people.
Yeah, that's kind of what he
Or
is.
did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
What are the gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Simon, shut up. She's awesome.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
I'm gonna say it right now, but I would love to play a Deadly Premonition 3 with Aaliyah. Like, that sounds like a good character. A southern FBI agent that quotes Nietzsche. That is right up fucking Sweary's alley. Those beer cans by the potted plant that doesn't exist.
So, Belle.
I'm playing chess with nobody. You want to help me out?
Does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
That's right. Crime! Dark laughter.
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head-on with questions then.
What do you mean he's more dangerous?
First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up. Stage 4 progressive malignant tumor.
Ugh.
How do humans behave when they know death is just around the corner?
That's some serious fuck-off cancer. What the hell, man?
And what if that human is also a high-functioning sociopath?
Wait, that's what they've diagnosed Zach with? They're wrong, but like, whoa.
Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question purely out of curiosity?
Yeah, what is under your TV? Like, that looks like one of my old Blu-ray players.
If it makes you uncomfortable, just let me know.
Does he have spilled coffee on his desk? I'm putting way too much attention to his damn office.
And I'll retract it.
Wow, you're actually being nice.
Belle, what's wrong?
Did we upset you?
You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
Oh, damn.
About this body?
You know, I said this is probably like my future apartment, but how messy this apartment is, that's close to my current apartment.
Are you afraid?
Absolutely not. I'm going to be resurrected on Mars.
Of what's coming?
Dying?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again.
His appearance kind of makes me think he's like gonna, like, I don't know why. He looks like a Metal Gear villain.
Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
That's interesting.
Intriguing.
I mean, with how much you smoked, I'm surprised you don't have lung cancer. I'm surprised you got lung cancer. Or not surprised.
Belle,
Please call her by her real name.
have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No, but that actually sounds like a pretty awesome time.
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold.
Well, yeah. I can imagine, my friend. Ah! It's terribly cold.
Colder than you could imagine.
Really? Because I would assume it's pretty bad with all the wind and shit.
A cold that no photograph could ever express.
That makes sense. I mean, you kind of can. No, whatever.
The sun.
Powerless.
And the temperature drops below zero.
I live in a state where that happens consistently. What are you talking about?
Right in the middle of the day.
Yeah, same.
Meaning?
Cold as shit over there.
Meaning, you can't really understand something until you experience it for yourself.
Got it. Do not go to the Grand Canyon in winter. I've learned a valuable lesson from a dying man.
If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience.
You need to also catch a bunch of weird supernatural serial killers.
Well,
Which I learned is actually the plot of a comic, but I don't want to read the comic.
An ornate antique chessboard.
The hell did you get an antique chessboard, Zach?
Looks like he stopped halfway through the game. But who was playing with him?
Okay, so I don't know. But we're gonna ask him about it because of course we are.
That chessboard looks rather old.
From the turn of the century.
And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
That's ivory?
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
Yes, I know what that is.
that was made in France in the 1900s.
Why do you have it?
We know it's in bad taste,
But it's kind of cool looking.
but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
What?
You play chess alone?
Well, yeah.
Is that a crime?
No.
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
I mean, he could be, like, just staging games. Like, don't chess people do that? Like, they stage games that have already happened and then, like, just analyze what could have been done differently in the heat of the moment? I could be wrong.
He's probably just replicating famous games.
Oh, Simon knows what's up.
Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan?
Sure.
I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
No.
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
That's a thing?
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones.
Damn.
He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
Is this the only room?
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history.
Hello!
He was simply playing chess. All alone.
So,
Again, is that a crime?
what's wrong with that, Belle?
Can't I play chess while smoking my weed?
I don't understand it.
God damn, that's a much better stream title. Fuck.
How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
I've definitely seen people try.
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data.
Oh, shit.
Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner.
Did I get some frame rate loss? What the hell was that?
We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Oh, is that what the FBI calls it?
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us.
I love this voice actor. It's perfect.
Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
We get it, Sweary. You read a single TV Tropes page at some point. Okay, so my theory is that has to be a VHS because, like, below that is one, that's what, like, combination VHS DVD players look like. And second, those are clearly, I believe VHS is behind him.
These files are from the case that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005.
New Orleans.
The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan.
I can't do it like a southern accent, so we're just gonna have to rely on them.
And now he's sitting right in front of me.
Yes!
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
Is LA really the abbreviation for Louisiana? I guess I've never thought about that.
We solved that case.
It's done.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation.
Why were you in the South? I don't know if that's ever explained.
You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case.
That does sound like Zach.
After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Which we're not going to tell you who, because that's kind of the point of this game.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Kind of. We're still going to have to play that portion.
We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
Yeah, we told him to fuck off.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered.
Wait, what?
You arrived in Le Carre immediately after that, didn't you?
Pure coincidence.
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
It's like a curse.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
What did you think? Did he... Yes, I came to kill the girl.
We don't know.
I got some bad news for you. That's not what happened.
If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle.
Read the whole report.
Either way, that case is closed.
It's never coming back.
Closed. You sure about that?
Wait, what happened?
Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Didn't we solve it?
No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
Yeah, just come out and say it. Are you accusing him of murdering someone or not? He is clearly clipping through that shit.
Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
I believe she's the one that died.
After 14 years, we finally discovered
Yeah.
the body of the very first victim.
Weird.
Do you know what this means?
No.
That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. And this is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
Yeah, that's about what I thought it was.
The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse.
A lot of questions, my man.
This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
It is?
We're pleased that her body turned up.
Yeah, good on you.
Deeply pleased.
Confusingly pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced.
Yeah, well, we caught the killer. Doesn't mean we found the body. Read the report.
Aren't you curious about the details?
I mean, yeah, but also no.
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now.
True, actually.
And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are here.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in.
Cool. Who stored it?
She was found frozen in a storage unit.
She looked like that. What the hell?
Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
14 long-ass years ago.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks.
That is an odd thing to say about a frozen corpse.
At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all.
Until they notice the fact that none of her limbs are attached.
She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
That's right, a lot of people without limbs frozen in ice blocks in mythology.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Are you talking to us?
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
Reminds me of Greenvale.
Sounds just like our story.
Kinda.
Yes. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something.
He's not!
I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents. Halfway finished, I think he was playing both sides by himself. If it was merely for entertainment, it wouldn't be a problem. But I know that every action he takes has its own special purpose.
How do you guys already know this? Like,
Especially now that his remaining time is limited.
you know, he could just be playing chess because he's high as fuck. We're gonna ask about the fucking chess game again, because of course we are.
Who is it? This My Fairy character you keep speaking to.
Didn't he say that's the only thing he wouldn't answer? I just realized he has a radiator behind him. God damn, this apartment is old.
You can't see her. Such bad manners. You barge into our apartment, yet you don't even care about who else is living here.
Exactly.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
In the past, it was known as multiple personality disorder.
Oh, I always assumed those were two different things. I didn't realize that one was more of a renaming.
You were subjected to an internal probe only once during your career, correct?
Once?
They suspected that you had DID, but you denied it.
Yeah, to really explain what...
And no problems arose during your test.
Really? Did he not talk to York at all?
Is this how you dealt with the psychological profiler back then, too? Saying strange things, weaving unrelated matters together.
Yes.
Is that how you slipped through?
What?
You're free to draw your own conclusions, Belle.
I didn't do anything.
But my fairy clearly exists. She's been sitting right there on your lap this entire time. Hey, stop it.
Yeah, don't hit her.
No violence allowed in here, Belle. Wouldn't want to scare my fairy, now would we?
How is this man allowed to be by himself?
He didn't so much as twitch when he saw the picture of the body.
Like, how come he doesn't have an external caretaker for a cancer patient?
He's even tougher than the rumors made him out to be. But I was prepared for that.
Were you?
And if my hunch is right, he's deeply intertwined with this case.
Is he?
Far deeper than what my superiors think.
The superiors probably do not want to deal with this guy again.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Well, you guys found a fucking corpse. No shit.
Everything happens for a reason.
Boy, Simon really just is here, isn't he? Like, just there.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation.
And then you would have come across this file case and found out this stuff had already been solved.
But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Stand back! There's a hurricane! Oh, wait, wrong.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
All 12 of them.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner, but we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Really now?
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
I'm gonna say, I doubt even the person that put it in there would remember.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
Oh, they got vacation at the same time?
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead.
That kind of makes sense.
Remember what happened, my fairy?
Yes. Wait, no. We haven't played the game yet. But I do, but also no.
That warehouse. That man. So incoherent.
What a pain.
Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
It's almost like he is. Simon only opens his mouth to get glared at.
Yes. No need to answer. If you don't want to.
He's getting information from us!
I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance.
God, I hope so.
Textbook FBI protocol.
The person who originally admitted this report was his superior, Robert Abraham,
He has a superior?
current chief of the Boston branch.
I kind of just assumed that York was just sent out to do stuff.
According to Chief Abrahams, Morgan's got his own modus operandi. It's not something that others should interfere with. Well, Chief, look what that's gotten us into now.
I want to know what the chief knows. He kind of just trusts Zach.
Someone else you should have talked to before coming to us. Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson.
I see.
You look surprised. I thought you already knew.
What?
After all, you visited Louisiana last week.
He did?
We assumed you met with her during your time there.
Why
I
was he...
haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
But we have proof.
Is that so?
Well, yeah.
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right.
Oh, okay. What?
He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
Why were you still monitoring him?
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that?
Well, yeah.
I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent. isn't it?
Billy Bishop?
A mere coincidence.
Yeah, I actually know a guy named Billy Bishop.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day,
Oh, what else? What else you got?
a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Lucare.
I mean, Lucare. I thought it was Lucare. Lucare.
He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong.
So he picked a Cadillac.
The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries.
Many mysteries.
And they always have the most bizarre timing.
Smoking.
Incidentally,
Really? What else you got on me?
on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton,
Yes.
New Jersey.
My God, that's close to Wait, is it?
You can find that type of car anywhere.
Especially in Trenton, New Jersey.
Isn't that right, my fairy?
My fairy. You could, mate. I like the dark laughter subtitle. That's a good one.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason.
Including this?
Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it.
Why?
Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question.
What, the weird triangle?
DVDs are all over the place.
Oh, those are DVDs. I thought they were VHS tapes.
I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one person.
I've got some bad news for you, Aaliyah. My father owns way more than that.
And I've never heard of any of these titles before.
Hey, same thing about my dad's collection.
A stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection.
That's so mean. Also massive? I am not lying. If I go to my parents' house right now, that number of DVDs will be on one table.
You must live a very comfortable life.
Well, a lot of these look like, wait, Ninja Police! Police Dogs! He's got the whole season and the...
We're retired, remember?
Yeah, like, what else are we supposed to do?
Retired in your 40s.
He's dying!
I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
True, movies are awesome.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do.
You gotta at least like something.
You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law.
That's right. You should be watching Rat Man.
Films guide us.
That sounds about right, actually.
Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
That's right.
Is that so?
For example, They Live.
Oh, that's a good movie, actually, with Piper.
1988, directed by John Carpenter.
Hell yeah, that's a classic.
That film taught us a valuable lesson.
What was it?
Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
Sure.
You know, you got a point. Movies teach us about everything we need to know.
I feel like that this was written with the idea of, like, Simon is an average sweary fan, while Aaliyah is, like, everyone who doesn't get sweary at all.
I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films.
It is? Stallone has good movies?
Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
Does he eat frozen pizza in that movie? I don't know. I haven't seen Cobra.
I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption,
Well, it isn't, but, like, try telling that to other people.
but that film changed my life.
Cobra!
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film.
Simon, you dumb fuck.
You're just talking about pizza.
Oh, I love you, Zach. I think I'm supposed to do that. But
Holly MVA supplements
why are they just here?
and a home IV kit. It's probably filled with highly concentrated vitamin C.
Is that a way to cure cancer?
He said that being on the verge of death is intriguing. But then why does he have such an elaborate home medical care setup?
Fun fact, people don't actually want to die.
How does he truly feel?
I don't know, let's ask you about it.
Do you like fresh vegetable juice?
It's alright.
Why would you think that?
There's a juicer in your sink that hasn't been washed yet.
Oh, disgusting.
And do I smell the faint fragrance of baked beans?
Yeah.
You didn't use much salt, did you?
How do you know that from smell?
What are you implying?
That you cooked your beans wrong, dumbass.
You just told me that you find impending death to be intriguing.
And yet for some reason you don't want to die.
Confused me. When I look around your room, all I can see are the many ways in which you're resisting death.
Well, yeah, he doesn't actually. Oh my god.
Poly MVA treatment, highly concentrated vitamin C IVs,
Drugs.
fresh vegetable juice,
Delicious.
protein without salt, gallons of vitamin D milk for fat and calcium.
What?
The ambivalence, yes.
Ambivalence, yes.
What?
Two contradictory emotions, mixing, coexisting together.
That's actually pretty common.
An adult, mature mind is never satisfied with only one response.
Sure. Wait, what?
It's common sense. Isn't that right, my fairy?
That's right. This all makes perfect sense if you were also high. Maybe I should have gotten high.
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence?
It's the challenge where you gotta smoke a joint every time. You gotta take a hit every time Zach does.
No. There are no coincidences with this man. Mr. Morgan,
The fuck's with that?
I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean.
Weird.
Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
No, I actually just kind of forgot.
Those are sanctuaries.
Yeah, well, that's good. Wait, how the hell did you get a good unit? And I got garbage. She barely leveled up for me. She has 100 avoid.
They've existed from the
Man, good for you. Also, mine was atrociously bad.
Sanctuaries.
I think I benched her, actually. I can't remember what happened. I'm never playing Vision Quest again to find out.
That's right. Sacred places.
I made temples out of dust.
Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
So wait, if I dust my apartment, souls will inhabit it?
Were there originally objects in those hovels?
Maybe.
Something you didn't want us to see.
No.
The soul's still there.
The soul still burns.
We haven't touched a thing.
Oh yeah, Vision Quest. Super easy game.
But we know you can't see anything.
Oh, just keep playing.
Hey, Simon. Don't touch the sanctuary.
Yeah, fuck off, Simon.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again.
Or else I'll have your head. Yes.
You've been watching us
I
for
think.
4.5 years.
I'm trying to remember who those characters are, but I think the answer is yes.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
We know this.
You're earning.
Oh yeah, he's...
than you deserve.
As a character, I think he's interesting. He is objectively the worst unit. He is atrociously bad. And you have to keep bringing him along. Ugh.
What were you doing all day in that black Suburban?
You don't want to know what he was doing. Yes, the game expects you to use him. And he's really garbage. By the way, his speed does not get better. Like, I just started keeping him in the back line. I didn't care. He's so bad.
We thought wiretapping was your specialty.
Dude, you haven't even met my favorite general. You haven't met Kerr. Kerr was my guy. I gave him a speed wing and 2 pairs of boots. And he killed everything. Until he unfortunately died on the final level.
Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years.
All that
All
time.
that time. What does he have to show for it?
Yeah, the flyers aren't very good.
Crossword puzzles? No way.
Well, then what were you doing?
Come on. I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Oh, God.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
I hate Sudoku. I think I didn't end up using any of the flyers.
Control of the conversation.
Because I never really... I don't know. Again, I'd have to, like, replay the game or figure out, like, what I did. Which I don't want to do, because I did not find Vision Quest to be all that fun. Especially in its, like, final act.
At this rate, we'll never get anywhere.
Really? We were getting somewhere?
I need to press him some more.
On what? Yeah. He ends up being... Yeah, he ends up being very tanky and decent attack. Is he supposed to get... He's supposed to, yes. He's very attack and defense based. Speed was his weakest stat for me. 18 res, holy shit.
Agent Jones. The briefcase isn't even that big. How long does he intend to keep that up? Does he have pizza menus stuffed inside there or something?
Yes, he does.
Agent Jones?
The fuck are you doing?
Did you find the file?
Really, I had the opposite. My Scorch was, he did not have a lot of speed, but he was very bulky. He was one of the few units that didn't die. Greenvale! Presiding Agent, Francis Zach Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Yes. He touched the sanctuary.
Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you.
We told you this shit.
Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Die. Stay back.
This man needs help.
Ah! 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 Yeah.
Bizarre shouting.
Mr. Morgan?
Yeah, he does not like the color red. Is there anything I need to know? About what?
Cut my finger with that can opener this morning.
We remembered.
Stop the bleeding, but it seeped through.
Ugh.
How could I be so stupid?
Wait a minute. How did, like... Vision Quest? What?
Everything should be fine now.
Oh, Vision Quest has 4 parts. You will be taking control of a completely different army come part 3. So just, like, remember that. Also, part 3 is my favorite part. Also...
I'm sorry for being so careless.
Yeah, so just, like, be on the lookout for that.
I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition.
So it leaves for part 3, and then it comes back and combines in part 4. Yeah, you get all of them back in 4, and then you also get whatever army you built in 3. They get combined.
The color red.
The army in 3 better? I don't think it's better, it's just I think they balance things a lot better, and I liked the idea of it. Like, they ditched the idea of shops, so, like, you can't buy anything in part 3. So you're reliant solely on enemy drops, and it's actually really cool. No, Lyra's still busted, because I'm just remembering who Lyra is.
Such an unusual thing to fear. Please.
Oh, the Lord from that is kind of busted, because he's already a cav unit, and Kerr, I thought was kind of broken.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking.
You get a lot of units in part 3.
I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
Yeah, stop dealing with this guy like he's not gonna punch you in the face.
And no more red, either.
Oh, also, as the game goes on, more maps have time limits, so just look out for that. In part 3, enemies drop a lot more items. So, like... No, they drop a lot more items. So it's mostly based around it. And I never felt like I was ever down on items. I think you still have... Yeah, you still have access to a convoy, you just don't have access to an armory or a shop.
Touch one. Again.
So, fun fact, in part 3, any unit you fucking, Yeah, the game also has a weird fetish for stealing things. Trust me, that will not stop. Random enemies will just have, like, good shit. At least you figured out the whole stealing's how you actually make money thing. Because I kind of didn't think about that until it was kind of too late.
Don't touch. Stay away.
Now.
Because you have to steal most of your money items. They very rarely drop.
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again.
No, but I kept running out of money. In part 3, my items were actually probably at their best. But, like, eventually what you do is you just, like, get a new unit, bench them, and just steal all their items. Like, that's what I ended up doing in my late game. Like, everyone I got in part 4, I think I benched.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red.
Because, like, every time I'd get, like, a new paladin or something, I'd be like, cool, you go on the bench, and all your items are now mine.
And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
I do, too.
Soon after Agent Jones started monitoring him, he was ordered to go through Morgan's trash.
Really?
But he didn't find anything. Morgan used this machine to cut up everything, from his mail to his supermarket receipts.
Oh, this game just bad? They are really bad. Like, oh dear God. Vision Quest is built with the Iron Man model, which, like, I understand, like, I'm supposed to just keep using them, so everyone is theoretically supposed to just be okay, but, like, there's some real fucking stinkers.
Then he even went as far as taking out his trash in parts.
I mean, I've shredded receipts.
This is a very large shredder.
Is it? Why would you? Yeah, that's right. She has, like, terrible bases.
Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
I'm pretty sure if I asked the devs, they'd say, but her other stats, and it's like, well, she's a paladin with 7 defense. What the fuck?
Good question.
Literally just a silver lance.
But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now.
You get slightly better ones. I think some of the later tier 2 units are actually pretty good. Or at least, like, are usable.
You're already retired.
Yeah, but I'm being monitored.
What are you so worried about?
Is Marlon the little brother?
Habit.
Because if he is, fucking bench him immediately. He does not get good.
From back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico?
Quantico?
Some habits are hard to break. No matter how hard you try.
Yeah, I was about to say, shredding stuff should be pretty normal for him. I gave him the speed wing. I mean, that should have kind of helped.
Here's another empty space.
He's really held up by his item, the special item he gets, but like, oh god. I trained him and I regretted every minute of it. He did not end up good at all.
What does the word sanctuary really mean to him? Hovels for pure souls. Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
God, that is like, the first speedwing was so valuable because like, it takes forever before like, I started consistently fucking doubling. You sure? 'Cause the one I got was garbage.
Sanctuaries.
Though, based on what a few people in my chat stated as people went in and out during Vision Quest, I think I just got really unlucky and got shit growths.
Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
If I remember correctly, somebody entered, like, watched part of that stream and thought I was playing on hard mode because my growths and, like, because the game looked way harder, and I'm like, no, I'm not. My growths were just terrible.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
You guys have seen my streams.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seem.
I hate when I play Fire Emblem off stream and I get, like, perfect growths, or like I get such good units and I'm like, hell yeah, and then I play on stream and I'm like, man, none of my units are good.
Don't you agree, my friend? What do our sanctuaries...
Speaking of Fire Emblem, I hope everybody likes fucking engaged content because I'll be streaming that again very shortly. In 2 weeks we get the goddamn... In 2 weeks we get the fucking DLC. Like story shit for Engage. Which I thought it was going to be the end of the year.
If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
I'm excited. I hope it's cool.
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
What is it, Simon?
Didn't use Rosado. I'm still not using him.
We hope you've got a real question for us.
I'm sorry, but in a game where I don't have a Delphi shield, and I'm already using Ivy and Hortensia, somebody I can't have a third flyer.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
Yeah, he does. The problem is everyone else is better.
That's what we said.
I'm sorry, but Great Knight Jade is like the only axe user you're ever gonna need.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
Yeah, but I like the Erica ring on other people. No ring really shouts Rosado to me. Like, I think that's one of the reasons he kind of got benched. It's because, like, none of the rings really, like, spoke to me. I am using Goldberry right now on a second file, and I'm kind of happier. But, man, I hate Goldberry's personality. She's just kind of an okay unit, though. Also, sword, spear, hero is so weird to me.
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters.
Leaf is such a bad ring. Okay. He is, but I do get what you're supposed to do with Leaf. Leaf is good to give people stuff so you can reclass, and he's your best source of build. But why the hell you would ever equip Leaf? I don't know why.
If no one can touch the sanctuaries, then
Like, on the file we'll be using when we go back into the DLCs, I gave everyone Leaf's maxed out bonds just so I can give certain people the plus, like, 5 to build or whatever.
how do you clean them?
From what I've heard, Luis works good with Sigurd, but I don't really want to use Luis. Lorcina or Lynn.
The files on the serial killings that shocked Washington State in 2000.
Lynn's pretty... I don't know, like... No, it was in Washington.
Officially titled the Greenvale case. Never thought I'd take out files from a case I first heard about on the news.
Exactly. What?
Mr. Morgan?
I don't know. I've never found anyone that I still think Lucina works absolutely the best on the Avatar, just because of the support benefits.
I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
Yeah, bad stuff happened.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this.
We played an entire game in it.
I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student.
I don't know. People say Violet's really good, and I do actually... Like, I get it. Get Rally, Spectrum, and Spectrum Dance. You do. That's right, you do get Rally.
A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered, and the FBI stepped in to take over the case.
Huh?
I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years.
That is not who got murdered, was it?
And when you returned, you requested to be...
Oh, I guess you
sent to
were.
desk work. What happened?
A lot.
That's a private matter.
I gotta use the other DLC emblems. I have not used, what the fuck are they?
None of your business, Bill.
Also, she was a high school student? Oh, 18-year-old.
Were you traumatized?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't really tend to reclass people. I have heard that makes some of them better, but, like, some of them are good regardless. Like, I kept seeing reclass Anna into a mage, and I'm like, no, her as a warrior is actually pretty good.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself.
I just benched Rosado because I didn't know what ring to give him, and that's kind of the big deciding factor of who gets into my party.
But there's another possibility that may make more sense.
It's entirely possible one of the bracelets are good on him, but I don't really know.
Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
For what? The Edelgard one? I don't know. It does give you some resistance to bows, but then you've got all the other crap that Edelgard is. I don't know. Edelgard has been very much not good. She is not my favorite bracelet. Considering how busted Hector and Soren are, and just how cracked Tiki is.
What are you getting at?
I feel the bracelets really start you out with, like, the most broken thing. Tiki just makes any unit on fucking steroids.
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem.
I don't know. See, the problem with calling Rosado, if I would have to pick one flyer to bring, Rosado's got to compete with Hortensia and Ivy, which means he automatically loses. Ivy is just a destroyer of worlds. And Hortensia is just your best healer.
The Greenvale case.
Like, his issue is that he's just, like, the third best flyer, but position 1 and 2 are just so much better. I'm playing on hard? No, I don't play on hard.
Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Fuck playing on hard. I want to play on normal.
Read the report. else to say.
I just need one more push.
And if you're trying to tell me on hard mode, Rosado is suddenly instantly better, hard mode bonuses don't exist.
One more thing that can summon up the past.
Also, you wouldn't even get them from Rosado. He's a green unit.
A jar of honey with honeycomb inside.
I do have to play one of the games on hard mode at some point because I do want to have fun with hard mode bonuses.
There's nothing strange about it, but it still gives me
Your mind only works on maddening. My mind works on fun.
That's royal jelly.
We literally have spent an hour of this stream just talking to this guy.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you?
The jar of honey.
Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside?
A little bit, yeah.
We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state.
What does that mean?
The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions.
I see.
It's a perfect food, filled with power, meant to fuel the birth of the next queen.
Delicious, too.
By absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power.
Yes, the smarts.
Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
Man, I really do like playing the harder difficulties of Path of Radiance where you have to put the controller down and just cry.
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate.
I'm sorry, but Fire Emblem has a bad track record of, like... It bores you. That's the best game, though.
And they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot.
Yeah, but, like, Fire Emblem has a very long history of having terrible hard modes. Like, pick a game, and I can probably figure out exactly why I never want to play it on hard mode. Man, I love Lunatic Plus on Awakening, where every enemy has Luna now.
They have short lives and don't even get stingers.
And 3. Hey, Methodical.
Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society.
Where do I begin with 3 Houses' harder difficulties? The enemies are already annoying stat-wise on not hard difficulties.
Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish.
Fucking, okay, the reason I hate it is because Swordmasters on easy difficulty, because I've played easy and normal on 3 Houses, already have a ludicrous amount of speed. I don't want to see what the fuck they make them on hard mode.
But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so. If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe.
Are you sure?
Be careful, Simon. Huh?
Of what? The man is not meant for the 3 Houses maddening community? Well, considering I already don't like 3 Houses, what makes you think I want to play it on higher difficulties?
Your Belle's already stolen the reins from you.
I would much rather play Lunatic Plus on Awakening. I'd much rather play Hard 5 again, and that's the worst difficulty.
Looks like another old antique.
Hilda sucks. Yeah, I could have told you that.
He collects milk cartons but treats valuable antiques like trash.
Gee, a game that prioritizes mobile units. Man, I wonder why the character who for some reason is billed to be a great knight sucks.
What's going on in his head?
Fun fact, do not build Hilda as an armored unit. She will just suck. Her other alternatives that make her better is like Dwarven Knight, and spoilers, Claude already has that on lock.
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
What's an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer, completed in 1770.
Then why do you have it?
After many years, he completed it.
Yes, I made her a great knight.
Longitude.
I made her a great knight because she had fucking hidden talent in armored, and I never, ever, ever had an armored unit. So I was like, hey, maybe I'll make Hilda a general. And then that didn't really work out. For death and darting blow.
That's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Yeah.
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect.
Be sure about that?
We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
In Ingrid, but with damage. God, she sucks.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
I disagree.
Oh?
You don't like clocks?
Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen.
Interesting.
Yet nowadays, people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy.
An interesting point. I never considered that.
I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone.
Can actually be good generals. Well, see, I would try that theory, except Three Houses has this tiny little quirk called any unit that can't move 18 spaces sucks.
We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
We kind of do. I kind of watched a video about that.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
You're gonna get all of us killed.
Hear that, my fairy?
Or, I just make everybody into a bow knight and then the game's over.
Courage and a love for adventure?
Seriously, that game loves its fucking bow knights. What the hell happened?
Come on, Belle.
Just give everybody a bow and arrow until they can do 1 to 5 range, and then the game's over.
Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
You can't make everyone a bow knight in maddening. Right, I need at least 2 healers.
Hey, hold on a second here. That Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that?
Also, bullshit, I totally could beat the game if everyone's a bow knight. What, are you kidding me?
I mean, I've heard of it before.
You have?
I'm an FBI analyst, remember?
Yeah.
I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really. I'm telling the truth.
Sure, Simon. I don't think we're gonna get explained.
Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Try it. Do it right now. Well, considering I don't have my Three Houses copy on my no. We're playing this today.
A picture of a leaf. This isn't just a picture of any leaf.
It's the most important leaf. And 2 healers.
In truth,
I already know which 2 people I pick for healers.
begins with the doubt of all truths in which one has previously been.
Okay, actually, maybe not. I really would doubt if I would have Dorothea as my other one. Or Dorothy, or whatever the fuck her name is.
It's time to get down to business.
Can we finally play the game?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
No.
What did we just say?
We don't want to look at shit.
We don't want to remember Greenvale.
Why? It was a pretty fun game. A little buggy.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale.
Well, what is it?
Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
Is a bad healer. She is, but like, I want Meteor. And I'd rather have Meteor. And I can just pretend she's a dancer. Actually, that'd be the main reason I would bring her. Meteor plus dancer equals a unit I want. Also, I could turn her into a trickster. Yeah, it'd be her, the main character, and then it would be the blue-haired girl. She gets a lot of healing spells. A picture of a tree.
This photograph predates Greenvale.
But where?
It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she's good. She's got a bunch of stuff. She gets psychic earlier than anyone else, or physics, or whatever the fuck the long-range spell is.
Red.
She gets good shit.
Red tree.
Tree, red.
Red tree.
Yes. A
Oh, it's
red
gonna turn out I was... Fuck Flay. You get her too late. Or Flynn. Lionheart is a good healer. I don't know if I'd pick him as my final one. Is she? I don't remember.
Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these.
And yet you pretended you didn't know what they were.
The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case.
Gets rescue fortify. She gets fortify? She gets rescue?
They're connected
I've never once used her because she's garbage.
by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees.
Red trees. Rad around.
Forces. Growing. Roots. Seeds.
Well, good thing we're playing Golden Deer when I end up playing that, so I have a lot more to pick from.
Answer me. What are these trees?
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Golden Deer, Bow Knights only? Well, I got some bad news. That will be very easy.
Red trees. Figured it.
Because Claude is a bow guy.
Smarter than we thought. Connection.
I want the truth.
On maddening Iron Man, nope.
Tell me everything you know.
Haha.
The red trees.
That's right, trees of red.
You really did your homework.
Yeah, she googled the first game's plot.
Well done, Belle. You're good.
Very good.
Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now?
Oh no, he's not ready to talk for a long ass time.
I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Okay, so imagine the first game, but like slightly shorter, but not really.
Fine. We'll tell you.
You have a plan? Is the plan to make Claude a bow knight? No. No, there are better dancer options.
We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes,
Dorothea, for starters, she's actually really good with it as a dancer.
it was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life.
I think that's like one of the few mainline games I haven't played is Three Houses, and I don't even know if I really want to do that.
It was a sultry summer day.
Can get 150 avoid. Yeah, but
The sun comes down hard on you in the south,
his personality sucks.
like a torrential.
Am I finally gonna play this game?
whispers.
Oh no, wait, there's another cutscene right after we flash back to Le Carré. Fuck.
It all started back in that sweltering summer.
Oh, we're gonna meet one of the best characters.
We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me.
My better half.
My
He's a great personality.
better half.
I don't know, I never really thought he was that great. He's missing something. I mean, if we're going to characters I don't like, we're gonna have to get to the Blue Lions cast. We got some bores in there. Hell yeah. Yeah, he's a fan favorite. Doesn't mean I have to like him. Oh, he is not one of the top boys in Fire Emblem. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm not skipping anything, game. Of whole Fire Emblem. Not even close. I can think of 20 better characters. I can think of literally everybody's better. There are 20 better boys in fucking the Tellius games. Wait, hold on. There are better boys in fucking in Three Houses. What is this game? There aren't even 20. I must have forgotten this part. Need only archers? I guess. Ah, wait, no, you'd have to make them cav units to really get to the Bonite shit. You need those cav points. Yeah, make everybody an archer. Great. No, because I want that ability you get for maxing out Paladin. What the fuck is it? You get Aegis, I think. I want that. Yeah. Man. Hey, York.
Zach.
Zach, wake up.
Can you hear me, Zach?
I can, yes. No mages. No, I need my mages. I need Meteor. Give me Meteor.
Sleeping again?
I'm like right here, buddy. I'm arguing Fire Emblem with my chat.
Rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
No mages. You just don't want me to have Meteor. You understand. It is so cold in my room. What the hell?
Isn't that right, Zach?
That's right. I wish I had a magical friend that helped me solve murders. Sounds dope. Deadly Premonition 2. I mean, it probably is. (2005). Lacara, Louisiana. Does that bird have a hook? You restart if someone
Zach,
dies.
It looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast.
What, the bird?
Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Oh, it's a worm. Francis York Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms.
It's nice to see you again, York.
She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us.
What an
What
honor.
an honor.
He has a full pineapple on his table.
Hurry up and chow down, mister.
Yes!
Unless you like your breakfast stale.
Best character.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here.
Damn, that looks good.
And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carre. Sounds like French to me, but...
Everything sounds... Well, it's Louisiana, dude.
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
True. Chef. His job title will actually be important later.
Did you hear that, Zach?
He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, I did not. Oh, what the hell?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
My friend.
Zach? Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still.
I like how most people just brush off the fact that he talks to himself. Kind of.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon?
What a great level up.
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome.
That's right.
It's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Magic Bo Byleth.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
If I go on vacation to the South and I don't have a cook telling me about axe murders, I'm gonna be very disappointing.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI.
Mr.
I
FBI.
only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Thanks.
Please do. I appreciate it.
If I go to the South, I'll be disappointed. Yeah, you will be. Okay. Before I ask any of these questions, I am actually going to have to run to the bathroom real quick. So I will be right back, guys. Do not do anything stupid. It is so cold in my goddamn apartment. What the hell? I will be right back. Half return. I think dogs should vote. HP and speed. Not the worst thing for Claude. Hopefully he gets a little more strength. My Claudes always end up slightly weak.
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Damn.
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little
Grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here?
The sign that said the Clarksons?
The one above that huge cold storage complex.
Oh, right.
Should have had a dragonfly on it.
Damn, that's a cool symbol.
Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat. They own most of the land around here. From the sugar plantations. Right.
Man, is that a small town thing where, like, one family just runs shit? But what about early game units? Which ones?
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything.
Ooh, are you... everybody, that'd be too easy. Dang it. I was gonna do everybody. I was even gonna do the DLC, guys.
They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know?
Wait a minute. Is that legal?
They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
We need to limit our options.
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say,
Oh, you have anything against these guys?
but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place.
They're canonically... Ugh. But I'm using some... that really limits to some units I don't like using.
That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power.
With real power.
Remnants of the good old boy. boys who shaped America in the early days.
What? There's some good units in there, Bernadetta aside. She's not bad. I just never really get a good one of her.
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating
Other monsters.
And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter.
God, when we meet PJ, you guys are not ready for the fucking Metal Gear character that guy is.
So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe enough.
We'll be fine.
Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
9 units. Well, we gotta use the main character. And, what else?
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Yeah, you got cops. Psst. Psst.
Shoot, mister, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be your 2 mages / healers.
Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here.
You know, when I go to the boondocks, this doesn't happen.
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from
No
killing
mages.
when they piss you off.
But I need my magic.
They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat
That
your
any reason training? Yeah, but mage gives you,
That's the deep south for you.
I guess I still have access to, like, the... So bishops with 4 moves. Great.
This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed.
I wouldn't say little, but still a child. I'd put teenager.
A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
I would assume most sheriff's departments don't see shit like this. Unless axe murders are common.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
Nope.
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism.
I don't think I can name a movie that I've seen that actually takes place in New Orleans.
Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
So I don't have to just use bows? Yeah, but like, I'm going to, because eventually bow knights get access to 1-5 range. Oh yeah, The Princess and the Frogs, Louisiana. How did I forget that? I guess I just assume it's down south. But I guess I just didn't put it in my head. What else takes place in New Orleans?
What's your point?
Cat people. That's my point. Cat people.
Sure.
1982.
This is the
Paul
same.
Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts.
Really? Cat people?
Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards.
Ah, yes, very realistic.
Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
Yeah, it'd be a Sylvain and Ferdinand being up front. Claude kind of loses his, like, some of his mobility.
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all.
That's right, the reality of mating with large cats.
Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself.
York, you sound like a furry on a forum in, like, the early 2000s.
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
That's why? Wait, Cat People takes place in that?
Okay.
Another vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
I forgot he's in that movie.
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
I've seen one of those movies, and I'm pretty sure it's Cat People. Don't ask me why. I don't think I've actually seen Blue Thunder.
Period.
I've seen Clockwork Orange.
You need to remember this, because of the truth.
And I hate to break it to you, but I guess I'm an amateur, but that's his best movie.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
I don't have one.
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
I want to show that cutscene to my dad. I would love to see how he would dissect it.
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister.
Pretty good.
Why do you look so excited, huh?
I'm not. I just want to know.
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
That's literally the department I work for in the FBI.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou.
Damn.
And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
Okay.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Altars can be good too, actually.
Voodoo?
Nah,
Not voodoo, huh?
wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
Would be immortal.
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces.
I don't know. Would this guy really recognize a voodoo altar versus a normal altar?
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if voodoo has human sacrificing. I don't think it actually does.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all
You
over
can give up parts of yourself, but I don't think, like, I can kill somebody else and ask for power in return.
By the way, Mr. FBI.
Oh god, this is the best.
How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
I did. Kinda.
Well, that's a very good question.
It is. I would love to hear it.
Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
No.
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Damn.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen.
That's right.
It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night,
I see.
when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
Getting your car stolen.
In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here.
Well, that kind of sucks.
But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities.
Oh, yeah? Ow.
And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Okay, time for the best joke.
Want to hear the details?
This is the best part of this game until we get, like, to my other favorite
Not
conversations.
But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans.
Okay.
Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible,
Why?
especially in California.
Oh, that makes sense. You greedy streamer. I'm greedy? Hi, Ranger. Thanks for resubscribing, because you're the best.
But now I'm in
Take
hot,
my-
sticky Louisiana.
Yes, then I can... What do you mean I'm greedy? When do I ever ask for money? Never. I deserve hell. I never ask you guys for anything. Okay, I occasionally ask you guys to stop bullying me, but you guys don't listen.
So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
Hell yeah.
A hybrid car.
Wait, a hybrid back in 205? 2005.
Oh yes, they're marvelous.
You do listen,
Vehicles
Sin?
utterly defy everything you think you know about cars.
That's exactly what I said.
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we finally entered the 21st century.
Were hybrids a thing back in 2005? I can't remember. Because I was 11. Yeah, that sounds right.
Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
Maybe.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own.
Let me think. Yeah, I was born in 94. Yeah, so 11.
Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start...
Guys, we've been over how old I am. Like, this shouldn't come as a shock. I am 28. I turned 29 at some point during the year.
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley.
It's 2023 and electric cars still haven't been mass adopted for various reasons.
I can see it now. It's the world of the last starfighter.
Now, I have actually seen that. You're really turtling these life achievements.
1984, directed by Nick Castle.
I mean, yeah.
It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna live forever. I'm turtling my own life. Old feeble man.
See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech design.
Don't worry, guys. You guys will still keep watching me, even if I'm streaming in my 30s.
It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself.
I am not. I am technically not. I am a millennial, technically.
Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Now, I'm the reason the economy is shit.
Sorry, I got off topic.
Yeah.
I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner.
Damn. Yes. Wait, what, Sin?
Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10.
Sin, I'm gonna blow your mind. I have never done anything in my life because the Bible said so. Fun fact, I've never actually attended church ever in my life.
I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found.
I've actually been inside churches just for funerals, for 2 funerals, and then I visited some churches that were really cool looking.
I remembered exactly where
Which is weird because my grandparents were highly Catholic.
Truck in a hedgerow.
Look, I haven't done anything cool in my life,
Lunch.
so.
It had completely vanished. In short,
Can I play some of this game at some point?
and in its place, they...
I forgot how long these 2 cutscenes are.
What?
Oh yeah, so we don't have a car in this game. We get around on a skateboard. That's some thieves fucking...
a skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new
hybrid car.
with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels.
Yeah, normally they don't leave anything if they get a car, but if they steal a car, but whatever.
Remarkable, don't you think?
Kind of coincidental, eh, York?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
York, did you ride a skateboard on the highway?
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it.
I could not, well, okay, I could walk 3 miles.
By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent.
You know, you say you learn tricks, but I still have to, at some point in this game, I have to learn a skateboarding trick. Oh, am I from the 70s now? The 60s and 70s?
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today.
As hippie culture was, long gone by the time I entered society. I'm in my 40s now. You added a decade to my age.
Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
How was the war? I wasn't drafted. I dodged the draft.
In case needs us.
I survived the Great Depression.
Don't you think so, Zach?
That's right. I've survived the Great Depression, scraped all my quarters, bought a computer so I would never have to be caught in a depression again.
The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell.
Really? Well, you probably shouldn't thank him right now, because in a couple of years he'll probably make Home Alone 5 again. I colonized the Americas in the 1500s. Yeah, I was there.
Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again.
I should put a list of every movie that gets referenced, and then we should do... I almost want to stream all of them as a watch party, except that would be very long.
I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach?
I was supposed to watch Blue Thunder, and I keep forgetting.
Zach.
I believe I watched Cat People again after I played this game.
The searing light. These scents.
I don't know, we've been watching some super weird shit. York likes... Okay, so, like, I am into, like, a lot of weird B-movie stuff, but York likes the even B-movie shit. What was the Black Plague like? Oh, it was so terrible. Dude, you have no idea how much problems rats can cause.
It's the deep south. That was a fabulous...
It looks
breakfast.
so good.
You're the world's greatest chef.
How is the invention of fire the darndest thing?
Wait, mister.
We were just slamming these two rocks together, and all of a sudden, something sparked. We're like, what is that?
You didn't take a single bite.
You didn't.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
I'm not a big fan of coffee. Or tea. When it first became a profession. Yeah, life was good back then. All you needed was a couple of bucks. A couple of bucks in a dream. When I was a kid, a nickel could buy you a sandwich. Now I gotta fucking spend dollars. I kind of want a sandwich. Maybe I'll go grab something to eat. That was the primordial soup. Oh, we actually... I was a kid. Yeah, I remember that. How do I open my menu? The red room. Okay, here we go. I know what my inventory is. God, they give you a lot of stuff to start out with. Now, see, the Big Bang happened, and I was just like... I was created in that. I'm a primordial god. We don't even have the gun yet. Made Al on the second... Yeah. I was just there, and God didn't know how to deal with me. I was so scared. This game is more unstable than the first, so, like, I'm gonna be more terrified when things don't look like they're going the best. Hey, the mirrors still work. Oh, I can't actually go down there quite yet, even though I see some familiar faces. York's room. How was the beginning of time? It was great. I was the only one there. Then other people happened. Don't worry, the skateboard's also really fast.
We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something new.
I don't know if they explain what Saint Rouge ever is, but it's drugs.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much.
I like that they gave you an old, like, they give you a different briefcase.
Holes from the shootout in Tucson.
Because we have the more refined face briefcase in Greenvale. Yeah, I asked, like, hey, in so much existence, when I become a Twitch streamer, can you give me, like, one guy named Ranger, and he gives me money? He's like, that's a long way from that. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It'll all make sense.
Miami. That was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
That is so weird.
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude.
Also, kind of seems impossible. How do you cut yourself in half?
I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor.
What?
Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Yeah. Is that a little guy made of fucking duct tape?
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
What? I was never probed. I am an alien. I'm immortal, apparently.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states.
Stop turtling. Never!
Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana.
Interesting.
And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
You are really just stabbing in the dark.
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered.
Stop turtling death. Never!
Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou.
Wait, how do you already have a picture of her?
Along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare.
God, I cannot wait till we meet him. He's like my favorite design.
And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster.
He's not even a gangster.
I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any lodge.
Yeah, I also just told God, hey, can you make half of my viewers Portuguese? And he's like, but you don't speak Portuguese, Brazilian. And I'm like, and he's like, you don't speak Portuguese. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It'll be funny. They'll bully the shit out of me.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach.
What did you go to see?
The Island. 2005, directed by Michael Bay.
Oh, okay, actually, The Island isn't, like, the worst. You could do a lot better. You can do a lot worse.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi.
The Island? Really?
That director's going to change the history of art house films.
That's right, Michael Bay will.
Are you following me here?
God, this is a dated weird. That's been around all this time, and it's... Yeah, well, when you're immortal, you just lose interest after a while.
This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did.
Or in my case, you look so hideous that nobody cares.
This is a turning point, Zach.
Yeah, that is a fucked up...
You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
What?
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Yeah. Like I said, The Island I don't remember being that terrible compared to his other movies. Link board, which I actually really like. I like going back to the link board every once in a while. This thing is weirdly important, but we'll get back to that. I'm trying to remember what else is in this. I think this is save. Yeah. It's a dope chair. This is I believe a voodoo altar, but I can't remember the specifics. So, instead of giving you different guns, and we'll get to this, you have one gun, and you put beads on this altar to give it different effects. Yep, of course we can shave. I think we can shower. Nope, we can't. Oh, yep.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel?
I don't know. I don't actually mind staying in hotels.
Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water.
Although, like, it'd be weird to live out of them for an extended period of time.
Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
That's true.
It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
I feel like Swery had a bad experience at a hotel once. Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach.
Yeah, what hotel room is this large?
And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it happened.
It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
It'll become dirty. I think, yeah, there's only 2 suits, and that's this one and that one. You don't get to buy like 40 of them, or if you do, well, we'll try to find them. There's probably a general store in town.
Hey there, Chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
That's right, it's a different guy, kind of. God, this is gonna get confusing for a joke.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
That's right.
Yes, I've gathered that Lucare is French, but does it have any special meaning?
How much French is really down there in
Why,
Louisiana?
yes, sir.
Probably a lot.
A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
He wasn't streaming any.
Then allow me.
Okay, well, stuff happened.
Lucare means square in French.
A friend of mine was like over, and we decided to stream,
That's it.
That's it?
we decided to stream Cuphead.
That's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map.
I'm sorry. You got a crit on chapter 1. Yeah, your run's going great, I can tell.
I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir.
Hey, fixed it.
If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
He died. Ranger is single-handedly like the reason I will ever get paid for Twitch at this
Did you
point.
see that, Zach? That was clearly David.
Ranger's just hoping I turn him into a mod.
Split personality. Just the work of a true professional.
I was like, thank you, Ranger. You do a lot for, like,
I can understand it.
everybody else here. I really should get some more emotes.
Job makes the man.
I think I might start working on it this week. All the shit you talk. Yeah, you're paying the bullying tax. I kind of want to make another MS Paint drawing, but instead of the turtle, it's the arena
Do you feel that, Zach?
from the GBA games.
Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century.
You will pay me in hell.
That's what I call a hotel.
Yeah, this hotel rules.
Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but
I don't owe you $10,000.
perhaps we should talk to him.
I think you owe me $10,000. Oh, this guy's actually kind of cool.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke.
Don't worry, I don't know if this guy's real or not. They never explain.
Eyes to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No.
No. You pay to bully me.
Pretending not to see.
The exchange rate.
Civilized society does to people.
The exchange rate is you guys bully me. And then also...
Mankind got their hands on civilization. They zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away
So you
from
have to
what?
keep my badge all month. Alright. I'll fix that tonight. I have tonight and tomorrow to fix that.
You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hunga.
This guy's fucking cool. I love this design.
Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you
No,
want?
I'm not paying you guys to bully me. I've always assumed this guy is another spirit.
Do you comprehend the Oracle?
Even though, like, it's not clear ever.
The Oracle.
Yeah, that's not true.
Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we
Here
go.
we go. We're looking for an oracle.
10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens.
This is the first thing I've denied all night.
0. Got it. But what do you mean by other world?
It's the only thing you've gotten wrong.
Follow the oracle.
I really am 10,000 years old. Why does it have a reflection?
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos.
Yeah, you guys trick my auto mod a lot.
But such is our
You're the boy from that bullying anime?
accept the chaos.
Man, which one? That's an entire subgenre now. Do you not know?
Piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal.
So I don't watch those shows.
Let's capture the truth.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I didn't watch that
Shiny
one.
Pair of silver bracelets.
Not a huge slice of life guy. I'll watch some of it if it has an interesting concept, but, ain't my jam. I thought I was supposed to go look at the map. Oh, okay. It's a super depressing, horrible, should be illegal subgenre. Nah, there are worse ones.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your
Bathroom.
I'm sure you.
That's what they're officially designated as, according to what I've seen.
Now this is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about. It might even trump the one we saw in that drug dealer's house in Austin.
So you want me to play porn games? Well, I got some bad news. I don't own any porn games.
Remember?
The closest we get would be Neptunia, which nobody wants to watch me stream because it's boring. I got Senran Kagura, and I own Galgun. Most of those were for the joke.
The art piece on display in there utilized the natural.
That's the
curves
point of money.
human ribs
You want me to buy the
in a
shit
way
porn games on Steam?
Truly brilliant.
You want me to do that? I forgot why I entered this door. Coward. Well, I'd rather not... You want me to get banned? I forgot that he has a fucking punch. Can I talk to you guys yet? Because one of you is important. There's a censored mode. I don't know, man. I don't want to hedge my bets. How much money do I have? I have $600. I don't know what that is. Here, I'm going to Google it and then... Hey, no. That's a big no. I regret Googling that. Are you guys trying to get me banned? Is that the goal here? Let's ban Rousdower. Let's get him banned. Come on, guys. Best goal. Oh, I figured it out. You guys want to ban me. I have a bannable game in my Steam library. I own Honey Pop 1 and 2.
Zach, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting.
So I could technically get myself banned, except I don't really want to stream either of those games.
You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care. That's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Honey Pop's kind of boring. Like, I like it, because it was something I could run on my very first laptop. Oh, yeah.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's Oracle?
You're gonna make me the least... Yeah. I'm gonna stream only porn games and complain about the lack of gameplay. Like, alright, I get that we're having sex, but when do the RPG elements come up?
Despite all the dramatic build,
I'll play all the ranch games. Isn't that like one of the things?
Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
Some of those have great plot lines. Dex and Charm. I don't know, like, I will hand it to you.
By tracking down those 10 maidens, the Oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger, and Alexis's Diner and Lane.
But, like, a lot of them are just purely, like, visual novels, and I'm not super into just reading a game. I enjoy having more content and gameplay.
This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign.
Yeah, I hope everyone likes bowling minigames, because,
I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time.
That's a very specific thing, but,
Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other Oracle.
Oh, I forgot what it was. Fuck.
There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily...
Okay, it was this. Yeah, I'm not looking up whatever you're putting in chat.
Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
We're not like... I'm not. You guys can't. I don't care. Hey, I got $15.
And how about that Hungun?
Hey, he's awesome.
Serious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
He's gonna get his cigarette. I don't know why this is dramatic.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel.
Damn.
If you're dying to smoke,
head out to the entrance.
And you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the bellboy.
At your service, boss.
This is the only time the lines get interrupted. Normally they wait for the line to finish.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
Sin is also a furry. I'm starting to notice this.
Same place, yeah. But I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more,
Nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach.
Yeah, this guy's awesome.
Dreams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it really doesn't. This feels like Swery just didn't want to make, like, 3 characters.
So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada
Exactly, I should play I'm gonna look... No, I'm not looking things up.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Yeah, let me just find all the not safe for work games that Steam recommends me because I play anime games and Steam's dumb. Yeah, Steam has a lot of porn games now. When do I get access to something else? There's something else I have to do here.
Hey, boss. How can I be of service?
No, but like... I understand, but it is kind of annoying. Yeah, we're not playing Peggle. We're not playing that. You know what? I'm gonna say something. Using Chainsaw Man as an example is weird. It's not... I mean, it's kind of a horny anime, but not really. There are other stuff going on in Chainsaw Man. Yes, I'm well aware of that, and I didn't like that. Yes, I get it for the Cold Steel games. I don't quite get it for some of the other stuff I play. Like, I don't think you should be recommending... I do not think you should be recommending me, like, hey, you like playing Yakuza? You'd so love these porn games we have. And then they're like, because you've played other not safe for work games, and I'm like, what fucking not safe for work game do I have? It's like, no, I don't. I don't own any of them. Sounds like an innuendo. Well, it's about a... Actually, I can't explain why that's called Cold Steel yet. That's a spoiler. I don't know. That doesn't even sound... Well, it does sound like a real anime plot, but I haven't seen it. The trash I watch in terms of anime is different. I watch good stuff, stuff that only appeals to me.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung.
And then, like, complete trash. No, I did not watch Bocchi the Rock.
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
I should have, because it looked good, but, like, it's not my type of thing.
You think it is?
You're getting warned you're gonna get cancer, dude, and we know you get
In
cancer.
fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia.
But you're the one that gets lung cancer,
We're
you
always surrounded
dumbass.
by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
He watched whatever appealed to
Then
him,
I
the
reckon
Rouse
you
tier
also
anime.
know that secondhand smokers have
Alright,
1.2
like,
times
chat,
greater
let's see if you can guess. What is a Rouse tier anime?
You won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
No, let's name some animes. What do you guys think I watch? This is such a weird scene. Everything's shitty? Yeah, it's close. Half the anime. I barely watch anime anymore. Attack on Titan? Not anymore. I personally liked season 1.
I promise to protect
But,
you from all the evil in
Attack
our
on Titan
world.
really starts
That's
sucking
stupid. By the way,
immediately.
what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis
The
York.
Pokemon
Morgan.
anime? Eh.
Please, just call me York. That's
Never
it.
seen Tokyo Ghoul.
It's
Like My Hero. I
silly.
used to.
Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real
I did
FBI
like My
agent.
Hero, and I still stand by most of it being pretty good, but like, God, is it bad now?
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a San Rouge wrapper. San Rouge is here.
Why
too.
does she have a drug wrapper?
San Rouge is connected to the Lees Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire
Man,
city.
that does look interesting. No, we're not streaming it.
We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Oh, damn. I probably shouldn't have been talking about the fact that we signed a piece of paper that will protect this girl, in which York will protect this girl of all the evils in the world.
Of the nearest city police.
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Oh, yeah, her dad's the sheriff.
Thank you for the information, Patricia.
Can we play? No, wait, what?
Get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Guys, what the heck? I'm well... Dodge. Oh, you found the perfect game for me? Oh, what is it? No. No, we can't play that either. See, I don't know about that. Just send me my address. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about.
I just got
I'm
here.
Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Alright, chat. We are not playing anything not safe for work.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you
I
can.
did not realize there was a kaiju dating sim, but I am not surprised.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
That sounds awesome.
I'm sure you figured this out. But our town's
Very
a small
relaxed.
one.
It actually is. The map is about half the size of Greenvale, which is definitely a benefit where for me getting around.
Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is.
I still don't know who my neighbors are.
Next, you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard, and no one
It
would bat
is a
an eye.
Twitch category.
That's the city for you.
Alright, I guess I will
Now,
look this
I never
up.
lived in one myself, but I visited him a few times, so I know what it's like.
Already, this is some red flags here.
In the city of wolves. Yeah. Now, does that sound badass? Or
By the way, another fucking 10 out of 10 character.
I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
This is a very odd game.
Around these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's
This
my duty
art
to
style
protect
looks
the
weirdly
town,
familiar, but I don't know
thought I'd
why.
Stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lees Clarkson
I
case.
knew you were here.
Okay, I
for
guess
that
it
case.
isn't. Huh.
Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh?
There is so much weird shit.
Our world is filled with information, and it's all with
See you, Ranger.
grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau
Play
of
Fear and Hunger. Oh god, Sin. Okay, I want to talk about Fear and Hunger for a
Lees
second.
Clarkson case is connected to a top secret case that we
So, I own Pathologic and Pathologic 2, and I've been trying to get into them. It's a little hard.
the humble sheriff of a tiny little town.
And so because of that, I tend to look into games that do weird shit. And that led me to Fear and Hunger, a game that I do not think I would be good at, but I kind of want to play Fear and Hunger too.
Damn. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
The second game looks more doable. I do not think I could beat the first game. With everything I know about it, no way.
weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
Well, I want to go to the
See
cold
where
storage.
The body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body. Yeah. Now, that's what I call a
Special agent.
You already figured that much out.
Damn, that oracle was right.
But,
I wish I could just talk to oracles that tell me
I'm
shit.
sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Well, like, I want to know what the...
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible.
I don't know if I want to do
I
that.
don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well.
Do the B
how about
ending?
that?
Okay, alright. Maybe I'll do Fear and Hunger 2, the second one. Do not expect the game to go well for me at all.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours. So you'll have to
Rouse murder when? What am I murdering?
ain't
I
looking
don't
to
know.
create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it?
Hey, being on
Oh,
time, that's half the game.
G.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Where are you going?
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
I don't know. I want to go to the bowling alley first. I don't know. I still want to do I still want to return to Pathologic 2. I did a couple streams of it. It didn't go super well, and I would like to revisit it from the start. So don't be surprised if that game comes up. Oh, I'm being murdered. Oh yeah, the skateboard has durability, I forgot. Oh god, it controls worse than the car. You're gonna murder me for fun.
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you?
No. Durability skateboard?
Or
What is wrong with this game? Good question.
using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
So, Swery is a weird person where, like, I don't know if he actually knows how to design a video game, but that's why we love him.
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those
What do you mean
activities.
this game's bad? This game's awesome. What are you talking about? I love this game.
Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology.
I am not going to lie. This game right here would be like, is probably one of the game releases I was most hyped about for the Switch. I got so unreasonably excited when it got fucking announced.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all
Durability skateboard. Yeah, but this game's awesome.
serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real.
It was this and Neo World Ends With You. When that got announced, I was also unreasonably hyped. And very happy.
Can I come with you?
Sure. Wait, no.
You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about
York has been in this town for a day, and he's already signed a contract.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free.
Home of some other people.
But I have one condition.
I work alone. Hey, Gex. How's it going, Gex? Hey, how is Dynamite?
What condition?
Or did you not watch Dynamite this week?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
It's a private matter.
Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when
When I
we first met.
met. That is... One of you is a... York uses...
I can't leave her alone like this.
That's right. I did. You watched the Dynamites?
You feel the same way, don't you?
How was it? What are they even building towards? What's the next pay-per-view? Only watched the last hour. I mean... where is the map? There it is. Thank you. Pineapple. There's the department. The park. So we have to go here. Where is the bar? Okay, we have to go here. Double or Nothing. Oh, Double or Nothing's in May? We gotta get to the bar. Okay, so that's mostly they're building towards. I mean, we got Mania next week. Which I will be talking about, yeah, do not be surprised if next week I don't stream a whole lot because I have plans. I wonder if the bar is open, we have to go there. Oh. I mean, they should have put that on pay-per-view, but oh, I missed. Oh, that's it. I'm sad now. I'm sad. Alright, we have to get to the bar. Now, where is it in relation to where I currently am? Oh, it's just right across the way. Okay.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG.
What the fuck?
What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for, at least.
I'm not
It's nice that
crying.
He made up his own nickname for me and all, but it sounds kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Patty? Now that name's got a ring to it.
It does.
How about Zach and I call you Patty from here on out?
Do whatever you like.
Weirdo.
Weird.
Why is
You're
it called?
heading to the warehouse, right?
No.
You gonna go straight there?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to talk to
Where
him.
is the
We're
bar?
also on a mission to fell 10 maidens, you see. I'm eager to visit Alexis's diner in Lane, but we've only just arrived in this town, so it might be nice to stroll around a bit.
What? I thought you came here to investigate.
Patty, you're
Interesting.
still just a child. Why do you worry?
I guess the... Fuck. Oh, no. Wait, hold on, hold on. What's the X? Oh, is the X Patricia? No. What the fuck's the X? Oh, it must be this. One low-quality bead. Okay, well, I got off my skateboard for something, because I want to see if I can do it. Please tell me these things can be punched. Yes! Come here, you stupid dogs. We don't have my gun yet. God, this game looks so much worse than I remember. But we can. Yes! I can use visions, or I can punch! Dogs! Yeah, so in this game, I can just pick fights with random animals. Where the fuck is... Can I, like, put a waypoint? I can. Okay. You're gonna kill me? I was punching dogs! I had to! They attacked me! Boy, you guys are not gonna like some of the side quests. What's happening? I punched some dogs. No, where is it though? Oh, there's the bar. Okay. Oh, get off the skateboard. Are you guys open? Please, come on. I do not think so. The dog attacked me. I might have to come back at night. Fuck. I wanted to... I also need their materials to make beads. Crap. I wanted to... Crap. I wanted to go there. Because I need to do the side quest here. I mean, I don't have to, but it's like my favorite side quest. Yeah, I don't think they're open right. It's not... But I need the materials. If I don't have the materials, then I can't forge beads. Alright, let's actually go do the mission. Wait till I get my gun. Wait till we fight alligators and squirrels, which I can also fight in the overworld. See, they're attacking me. Yeah, that was a frame rate loss. By the way, that is mostly going to be the game and not my fault. So the bridge is not on this side. Cool. See, the dogs are attacking me. They attack me first. So, like, I have to fight back. Maybe chat will believe me. I don't have fast travel yet, which is actually kind of sad. I like when the game gives me my fast travel.
Hey, Zach.
No, I wanted to hear it. It's okay to punch the not nice dogs. See, Gex gets it. Gex understands.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock.
Hey, he's cool.
Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe?
Probably friend.
Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell.
God, I
But
can't
it's
crash
clear
there.
that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries.
That's right.
My soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Hungan feels very familiar to me.
He
I
does?
might even say he reminds me of someone.
Who?
Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
No.
Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining. And in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly
What
folks
is
into
that?
the
Oh my
strange
god,
new
is it
world.
clipping into the
You,
ground?
Zach. There's definitely a connection here.
I'm gonna
but
lose
he's
face.
A bit too old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he?
Then Smatman Carruthers? Really?
They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Okay, I do not think
Then
he's in
released
Fast
Platoon
Times.
And The Color of Money, both released in 1986.
Maybe?
Followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987.
He's at an
He was
Infinite
in
Grind
Bird in
combo.
1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more
What did I know?
wiser one. That's why the 80s
Yeah,
can
okay.
also be described
Sin,
as
shut up.
the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday.
Sin?
Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year. Then he'll unleash his best performance yet. Zach, I could go on about famous actors forever.
You
We
will.
have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
Sin, I'm not You stop that. Alright, does anyone like bowling minigames? And if any of you raised your hand, I'm hitting you in the head.
Is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right?
You did, actually.
If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R? You have no how.
Professor R.
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
Gex, you gotta stop doing that.
How do you know that?
Thank you.
Because
But how do you know? Never mind.
Because, huh?
Interesting.
Interesting.
You just want to see the Yeti. Oh, so now we can go to the bar. Trust me, you guys are going to want me to go to the bar. It's got my favorite character. I've said that about everybody in this game, but to be fair, they're all my favorite characters. Again, it's fucking... That's why we're here. Okay. I love this place, but this is eventually gonna become the place of much sorrow and grief. One lane, like, damn. I have not gone bowling in ages.
10 maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
I've never heard of somebody refer to the pins as maidens.
My lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
Yeah, I'm new in town.
Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here.
Was that becoming more of a thing in
Since
2005?
you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin.
I thought you could still smoke indoors in most places in 2005.
This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
That's her last name. I love these character splashes. They're like my favorite.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me
York. That's what everybody
Everyone's always
calls.
called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard.
Really?
No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
It is. That's his sister.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
I'll take a coffee.
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures?
Why? I like
I'm
her.
always collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture,
She actually becomes...
on display.
You hate the
Oh,
kid.
these days feels a bit cold.
I love
to me,
Patricia.
you know?
She's great.
Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Unironically, one of, like,
Did you hear that?
top characters.
Good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it.
What?
Some odd fella was following her around.
What do you mean get good? She's already great.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't.
Look, there aren't super tall guys around here.
I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
Huh.
Maybe it really was an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone.
They got oak trees down south?
Silhouettes of them trees with lots of Spanish moss hanging down.
So to say, I don't know if you got oak.
I don't think so, Alexis.
Maybe.
Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree.
What's an oak?
If she had
It's a
only
common
mistaken
tree
an
type
oak
up
tree
here.
for a person, she wouldn't have
I see oaks all the
that.
time.
She might have
You got
said,
oak, pines.
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for.
I don't know, maybe there
We need
are
to
oak
knock
trees
down
down
the
south
10
and I'm just not...
Remember?
Oh, yeah!
I'm just not knowing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't really go down south.
I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations.
Fun fact, small towns in the United States are nothing like this. Well, I mean, you could probably maybe find a kitschy restaurant like this. But
Agent York, if you're fixing to bowl, you're gonna be disappointed.
why do I...
Mrs. Carpenter never lets anyone else use the lane while she's here.
Okay, your voice sounds familiar. I gotta look something up.
Patty, that's exactly what I came to do.
I
You
want
see,
a
Zach
bowl.
and I need to bowl down 10 maidens.
Fine, go on and try if you wanna, but I'm gonna eat my sundae.
Probably for the best. Alright, who voices Patricia? This voice sounds
Are you
familiar.
nuts?
What's the most addictive drug in the world?
Sugar.
How should I know?
It's sugar.
It actually is
Far
sugar.
more people die from obesity and diabetes than from cocaine and heroin.
Oh no.
Alexis, would you give her some milk?
Oh, my lord. Coming right up, honey.
Oh, fuck.
Sugar might be dangerous, but it ain't against
Alrighty, where is it?
You have no right to take that from me, even if you are some FBI agent.
Actually, Patty, I do. We signed a contract, remember?
All the
Promised to
evils of
protect
the
you from
world.
all the evil in our world.
Hey!
Delicious. What an amazing chocolate sundae. Zach, I think we just uncovered an incredible treasure here.
Did you just drink the entire sundae in front of her? Damn. I knew I recognized this voice. It's Morgana from Persona 5, which means, yep, it's fucking Fee-Claw's girl. Oh crap, why is she in this game? I can't escape this voice actress, I swear. Alright, we might be wrapping up soon, but I do want to talk to another great character. Mostly because what we have to do is going to take some time.
Excuse me, ma'am.
To start our investigation.
Howdy, stranger.
Oh, something that might interest you, stranger.
You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
A mile away.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind
This
calling me
this
York?
old woman is gonna cause us a lot of problems,
So
but
you
not
are
quite
the
yet.
FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss.
They're always wrong. What are you talking about?
Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one.
The fuck?
If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane.
Oh no.
Sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened.
What?
Next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years.
Damn.
I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again.
Probably for the best.
In our world, some routines lead to good things,
While others
only
lead to
the
bad.
So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
Is that understood, chat? No shadows.
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too?
Yeah, I got a bowl
I'm
of
investigating
strike.
the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
Nobody questions why he needs a strike.
Absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago.
Damn.
Never break my promise to him.
But
But.
Now, if you'll excuse
But? That's a kick-ass looking ball. Where the hell did you get it?
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed.
We're gonna have to kick some ass.
Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane.
But how?
Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
No, I will not shoot her. I forgot what to do.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now.
Oh, God.
Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance?
I'm at a bowl.
What, are you blind?
This game's the best.
Holy mother of bowling balls. Let me pick up this split.
God, we're gonna have to do all the bowling quests, and they're the best. Please don't die on the field.
Stance, oh, always works on a split.
I got it, Zach.
Never
We'll
fails.
merely kill the woman.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen.
So many people died.
Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items?
Those little items.
The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent.
Yeah, where the hell does he get all, she got all this crap?
Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
A collection of what?
Oh, yes.
Of evil!
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Who the hell is that?
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The Mirror!
The mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Oh, okay, that's nice of you.
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there.
I like that he has to use the word dubious.
We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind.
Well, will we?
It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
cheap trinkets. Deep south. Deep south? The fuck is I'm talking about? What's kind of sad is I can't start a lot of these side quests until later. But we are going to end it here. As it just seems like a good time to stop. So that is it for today. Where the fuck? I'm gonna have to remember where my save is. But that is where we are going to end it. We will be back tomorrow with Cold Steel, and then we will be back some point with or Friday with whatever. With Fire Emblem. That's what we'll pick, whatever the Fire Emblem thing is gonna be, which should be fun. Hopefully fun. And I'll see you guys all next time.